Today is Thursday, March 19th, 2020, and this is CBC Primetime. One story, 2 points in 3 minutes. Now, if you were born in the 70s or the early 80s, listen to this. Yeah, you know that as the music to Contra, the legendary Nintendo game. But if you've never played Contra, it's just you with a gun killing a bunch of bad guys. But you can also play with a buddy, and you and a buddy can have guns, and you can kill a bunch of bad guys together. But a unique thing about Contra is you each have 3 lives, but if you lose all of your lives, all you have to do is hit A and B at the same time, and you steal one of your buddy's lives, and you can join the game again. But it's really not stealing, because he needs your help, right? It's one of those help me, help you type of things. Well, one day, many years ago, my oldest brother Scott and I, we were playing a game of Contra upstairs. We lived in a 2-story old farmhouse. We were playing Contra, and I lost all of my lives pretty quickly because I'm a pretty reckless player. He still had all of his lives because he's a pretty conservative player. And he was like, don't you do it. But I'm thinking, hey, you need my help here. So I hit A and B at the same time and took one of his lives. But I lost that life pretty quickly. And so then I went downstairs. He was angry, though, but I just went downstairs. My other brother, Todd, he was downstairs hanging out with Bobby. Bobby was our cousin visiting from Memphis. They were in the kitchen. I was just going to hang out with them. But then all of a sudden, I hear the stairs. Boom, 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 boom. And Scott is running down the stairs, screaming, and it got real. So all of a sudden, Scott gets to me, and he's got me in this headlock, and he's choking me. Todd actually told me later that my face started changing colors, but he and Bobby are just laughing at me. So Scott's got me in this headlock, and he's screaming, and then all of a sudden, the bathroom door flies open, and my mom comes out with her pants halfway up, and she's like, don't you hurt my baby. Anyway, we got through it. Eventually, Scott forgave me, but forgiveness is tough. It's a hard thing. And one time in Matthew, Jesus was teaching on forgiveness. And Peter came up to him and he said, Lord, if my brother sins against me, how often should I forgive him? Up to 7 times? And Jesus said, actually, I'm telling you to forgive him 70 times 7 times. But that's really difficult. And a lot of times we will actually withhold forgiveness from people, but that makes us miserable. In fact, one time I read that withholding forgiveness from someone is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So if we're going to follow Christ, this is not an option. We must forgive each other. So is there someone that you need to forgive? If you're going to follow Christ, you got to forgive them. No matter what it is, you got to forgive them. Reach out to them and forgive them. Or is there someone that you've hurt in some way and you need to seek forgiveness from them? Again, if we're going to follow Christ, we got to drop our pride, reach out to them, apologize, and get forgiveness from them. These are commands from Scripture. But the other thing is, if you're playing a video game with a buddy, just go back to the beginning, hit up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start, and you each have 30 lives. Problem solved. This has been CBC Primetime. 3, 2,